The world needs beer.
But we all know Hillary Clinton is a three-legged midget.
If you were a Nintendo cartridge, I blow you. I think I'm gonna go piss on my world tree. Duval! My name's Alan, and I like to party. My name is Mike, and I like flip-flops.
You want to hear something special?
Episode 10. What's up, bitches? Welcome back.
Welcome, friends. Welcome to the Are We Drunk Yet podcast.
Yes, welcome. We're back in the studio. We're making some podcasts for you all.
Mike is back after his short little vacation away from the podcast, which you saw last week's or the midweek episode. Then you saw me and Alexis took over a little bit and did a small 9.5 episode. It wasn't 10 because Mike wasn't here.
Right, I appreciate that.
We won't count that.
No, I appreciate that.
But it was good, though. It was a good episode. I had a lot of fun. I got a lot of positive feedback on it from my family, actually, surprisingly enough, off the subject matter. So
Okay,
yeah.
All right. I have not listened yet.
Okay.
I took a vacation.
Yeah,
And whenever I take a vacation from everything, man. I kind of like steer clear of podcasts in general. I'm on a 2-week hiatus, basically. I'm 2 weeks back to back this particular stint, and I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna have so much backlog to listen to of my favorite podcasts. Much less I've got to listen to these to make sure these are still going well. I have not had a chance to listen to your podcast. I do know what the subject matter was. It was it was about you coming out. It was the story of it. It was
about how you guys found out about what we do.
Oh, I see.
This is a really fucking funny story to tell, I thought.
You don't have to rehash the whole thing,
No,
I can
I
listen
won't.
to it. But if you give me like the quick synopsis, because maybe I remember it differently.
No, I mean, I pretty much told like how you found out, and then how you guys both found out, and then we told the story how my parents found out, and then we kind of delved into politics a little bit on the new Trump law passed about fucking trans people and seeing doctors. Talk about that. Talk about the LGBTQ plus community. It was a good episode, I thought.
Okay.
It was fun. It was a fun time, man. Definitely check it out.
I'll definitely check it out. I got to listen to that one. I got to listen to one before that. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to that one either. I haven't.
That was a good one, man.
I haven't listened to it yet. Basically, I queue them up the day before.
Mm-hmm.
We did our last podcast last Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I left Monday. So, and it was, it's just, I haven't really ingested or consumed any.
Ingested.
I ingest
this podcast.
Yeah, man, I take it in my soul.
In my hearing receptacles.
I haven't consumed any of it, man. I really haven't. I think that you know, I'm gonna have a backlog, like I said, and I'm looking forward to it, man, because I run out of things to listen to, and I end up veering off the course and listening to some real obscure shit when I do.
Nothing wrong with that, though.
Sometimes, man. Sometimes it can be a little weird, man.
Yeah.
Some of the things that I like to listen to, like you know, the crime shit that I listen to.
Oh, yeah, true crime podcast.
True crime podcasts, man.
Those
They're
are like
popular,
my
man.
favorite.
They're great. They're really great. I listen to a lot of them, but I've learned a lot about how fucked up people are by listening to them. I mean, if you go through life thinking that you're normal, guess what, man? You probably are compared to some of these fuckers. But normal is just a state of mind. It really is.
Normal and subjective.
It's very subjective, man. It's very
You got
subjective.
me onto the true crime ones with the Adnan Syed case.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the first podcast I ever listened to. Was it was a
I can't even think of the name of it.
oh god, it was by Wandry. It was called The Case of Adnan Syed, basically. You know, it was about a kid who they lead you to believe that he's falsely accused of murdering his ex-girlfriend, but towards the end he's still in fucking prison. So was he or was he not?
All right.
It's one of those ones that leaves you questioning at the end.
Okay.
He's still going through the appeals process now because the way that his lawyer defended him, she was going through a nervous breakdown. She was fucking going crazy, and basically when other lawyers looked at the evidence, he should have been set free. So it's if you haven't heard it by now, that was a spoiler. I didn't give you a spoiler alert. It's still worth a listen. It really is, because it'll get you into listening to more true crime stuff. Before I say another God blessed word, I need to open a goddamn beer.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today, what are we drinking, Alan? I'll look it up on the Untapped app.
Oh, Mike, I'm glad you asked. Today we are drinking something from our native land of Florida. Something called Florida Man.
Florida Man. It's a double India Pale Ale. It is made by the Cigar City Brewing Company. We've talked about this beer on the podcast several times. It's because it is my new favorite.
It's really good.
It's really good.
It's a really good beer.
Yeah. It's wonderful, man.
While Mike looks that up, as you can see, we have Alexis in the background.
Hey guys.
She's kind of going to be here from now on, pretty much giving us updates and like commentary along the way and things like that.
Look at them. Not my beer, man. While you're talking to him.
I'm sorry. You amazing people at home.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's like staring off into the abyss. I'm like, you should be looking over
It's
there.
how I keep my train of thought going.
It's all
Need
good.
to be rude.
We're gonna get this down, Alan. You're doing great, buddy. Give me a dap.
Yeah. Teamwork.
Team power.
Makes something work.
I was like, I'm just gonna point, and then he's gonna look at me like, what?
I was like, what, did the screen freeze again?
Yeah.
I was like, no. I can see myself.
No, but like Alan said, we're kind of gonna have Alexis here if she chooses to be. It's fine.
Kind of gonna happen.
Which she's gonna be is eventually. We're not up on the TikTok things, man. You refuse to do it. I'm too old to do it. But there's a lot of good content there, and she likes it. Well, she likes it.
Yeah, no. I'm saying the good content.
She's gotta be kind of like a news lady.
Yeah.
For lack of better words.
Our fluff piece lady.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a fluffer.
No.
No. God, no.
No. I never want to see that ever. Never, ever.
Sorry.
Ever.
I'm good on that.
Sorry,
I'm going to open this beer.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll forget about these weird thoughts. Ooh, that was good. I'm going to pour it into my ale horn.
Oh, Mike, where'd you get that?
alehorn.com.
No way.
Yeah. And I think they're running a great sale for their Father's Day. They're claiming they have an overstock, not of the steins that we have, but the actual horns. And I was looking at them because I was like, ooh, I want another one.
Why?
I don't know, man.
Why do you need more than
I don't
one?
know.
You're gonna double fist Viking beer drink all the time?
But it's so cool. All right, so it's an actual horn. They hollow it out. It doesn't have the stein like I'm saying, but it has a holder.
So it's a cup.
So it's a cup, and you put it into the. So you can't set it down just anywhere. You have to put it back in its holder in order to set it down, which makes it hard to put down your beer. What? This is what I'm talking about. Anyway, so
I have a hard time with that, anyways.
yeah, I know you do, but.
Alcohol.
Let's get back to Cigar City Brewing. This one says, this is so long. I'll read it all.
They always are.
I'll read it all.
Go for it.
I like it. First of all, it gets 3.87, which is really hard to get on Untapped. It's very high. I've not seen one beer on here that gets 5 stars, except there's one. I just have to look up what it is. It's hard to find. It's like I don't know. It's like finding
Nemo.
No, not Nemo. It's like finding a treasure in a game that's a legendary
Needle in a
treasure.
haystack?
Yeah, no, like a legendary thing, like
neither
that.
one.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
Either way, would it works.
8.5% alcohol by volume. Basically, it's a great beer, man. It's floral. It's smooth. But it's also, because you can't really even tell that it's 8% alcohol by volume by drinking it.
No, you cannot.
It sneaks up on you.
That's the
It's a
point,
sneaky
though.
one.
That's the point of that Florida man. He sneaks up on you, sometimes in your house. It's how it happens, apparently.
I love those videos, by the way.
I love those
The
stories.
Florida Man videos are so great.
Yeah.
They're so great. All right, I'm going to read this motherfucker. Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Let's see if I can do this. The world needs heroes. In our home state of Florida, only a very special hero will do. A hero with a shark tooth around his neck, a Grim Reaper tattoo on his arm, and a rap sheet longer than his mama's mustache.
Wow. This is so fitting already.
A hero has forgotten more about amateur taxidermy and alligator wrestling than you'll ever know. What better way to pay tribute to the beloved Florida man than with a big old double India Pale Ale brewed with nearly criminal amount of hops and a moderate bitterness that's just about matches Florida men's general disposition. This hopped up whopper is a beer is big in character and guaranteed to sear itself into your memory, just like the world's worst superhero, Florida Man. Dun, dun, dun. I'm sorry, I had to read it all. I got started. I'm like, holy shit.
No, that's fine. That was
This
good.
is so long.
That was interesting.
They did good. They usually do really well in their descriptions.
They do.
And if anyone is straining to listen to this, I apologize, but I had to put a flare on it.
Who's straining?
All right, nobody. Hopefully
like
we
to
figured
know
out the audio issues and
who
they're
is
not straining to
creative
hear
enough.
anymore.
Yeah, I definitely figured it out. It's okay now.
Yeah, you did great. I didn't mean to insinuate that
No.
as in me.
Episode 7 was really fucked. There's a lot of echo feedback. I don't know why.
It's horrible.
But episode 8 is very cleared up, and so is 9.5. 6 and 7 were weird. I don't know what happened. 5 was fine. I'm learning.
We're all learning. We're all getting better. That's what I would like to say.
That's damn good. That's a damn good beer.
It's a good beer, man. It's a good beer. We got a few more downstairs too. If we're gonna fire up some I-10 shortly as well.
Oh fuck yeah!
Why not? Go by the old
Keeping
standby.
local today.
Keeping it local,
We
baby.
try to most of the time though.
We try to. Sometimes I'll like I got a beer last weekend called Einstock.
Einstock is a really good beer.
Wow.
I think I showed it to you like a while ago. I think it was my 21st birthday. I went to Epcot and I showed you the Einstock Toasted.
You're right.
It's a really good beer, man.
It was wonderful.
It's about as close to a porter as I want to get. It tastes kind of porterish, but it's not.
The only problem I have with the porter is it's too filling.
It sits so heavy.
It's very heavy,
That's-
like a Guinness.
It tastes fine though. Like I enjoy the taste. But yeah, Einstock's a really good beer. They recently commented back on our Instagram, which is pretty fucking cool for us.
Word.
I really felt good about that.
I did too, man. When you showed it to me, I'm like, what? Nice.
I mentioned it in the last episode too. They gave us the Viking Scowl Cheers. It's
Nice.
Like, fuck yeah. It's
Nice.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's a great beer. It's hard to find. I think I got it at that Fresh Market down the road from your house.
Yeah.
I was on the way home. I'm like, all right, this looks decent. I think you were with me,
Yeah, I
Alexis.
was with you.
Like, yeah, this looks
Yeah, you
decent.
came by and saw me at my place of business.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was
I
fun.
was glad you got to sit down and eat with us, man.
Me too, man. That was
Yeah.
surprising. I was able to do that. I mean, most places I work at wouldn't allow that, so that was interesting.
Right. Was there any backlash when you got back to the
Not at
kitchen?
all. Nobody cared. Nobody said
'Cause
anything.
We saw some glaring eyes.
They were probably just like snooping around like everybody does. Like, oh, who the fuck's that? Who's he sitting with?
Oh, I'm glad I didn't pull my dick out. I mean, I've never done that, but
Yet. Yes. I do most of the time. I don't know. It's not well received.
yeah. I had a bunch of great beers while I was on vacation, though.
Yeah, I was going
I
to ask
didn't-
you about that.
I didn't write many of them down. All I did was drafts. And
Hold on. You got to pull up on the Instagram. She posted one on Instagram.
did I really? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did I do that?
Actually, I did.
So Mike had a good time on vacation.
Yeah. I drove down to Daytona, stayed at Hard Rock on the beach.
Very nice.
That was great, man. First day, walked down to the pier.
Oh, we had this one before at the
We did have that one.
Luminescence Hazy IPA.
Yeah, but it was the best IPA they had where I was at. I'll post a couple of pictures from the vacay. I don't care if you care to look at them or not. Whatever. I don't care. I'll post them anyway. So we walked down to the pier on the way back. Yeah, it was a long ass fucking walk, man. But it was fun, dude. It was good times. I saw no
Awesome.
social distancing, none.
I was going to ask that too. Like, how normal was your vacation?
All right,
That was my next question.
The first part was normal-ish. On the beach, no social distancing, of course, because you don't have a whole lot of people up your ass.
It's the beach.
Because it's a beach. But the amount of crowding that I saw in a small area made me believe that nobody gives a fuck anymore. I think everybody's over it. There's a certain section of the population that is not, of course.
Yeah.
That are still like, ew, wearing their masks and like you can see the evil eyes type
Well,
shit.
I mean, while you were gone, you probably heard about me on Facebook. There was a restaurant near us that did have a small outbreak. When I say outbreak, I mean it was 2 people at the restaurant, 2 servers at the restaurant who tested positive for it. And it's very local,
Okay.
closer to where I work at.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like,
So that
like
did
how close?
like pretty close.
What's the letter of the
W.
W.
WFC is initials.
Okay. All right.
It's a seafood restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because of that, I went to work yesterday, and when I walked in, they had to take my fucking temperature when I walked in. Because of that happened.
There's a lot of that while I was on vacation. A lot of temperature taking.
That sucks.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. I mean,
But it
I'm
makes
okay.
sense.
I'm okay with that part of it.
Yeah.
I spoke to a lot of people while I was down there and how they felt about the situation because they're being forced to wear masks.
Wish you could get recordings of it. Wish you could interview them about it.
I should have.
We'll get there eventually.
I should have.
It's fine.
I should have. It doesn't matter. I will get that. There's some recording devices you can plug into the bottom of your iPhone. I'm gonna get both of us one of these.
Short mics too would be awesome.
You don't need them.
You
don't need them.
All right, cool.
They're directional mics. The ones I'm looking
Fuck
at.
yeah.
It has one direction this way, one direction this way. You hold your phone like this, basically upside down, and it picks it up.
Okay.
It's directional.
That's awesome.
Oh,
And all you
cool.
do is you hold it in between you. And I think you could probably get 6 feet apart and just hold it between us. You know what I'm saying? If people are fucking weird.
Yeah.
But I was talking to a lot of people. Went down Daytona Beach, saw lack of social distancing, came back. Hard Rock, everybody's got to have a mask on. Most organizations are doing that to protect their people.
I guess.
But it was like laid back, honestly. Sat at the pool for a day. It was fun, man. Played in the waves, and then after that, drove to Orlando, where it did get weird.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
How weird did it get?
Well, I went to Universal.
Okay.
All right. Not the first day. The first day I went to Volcano Bay.
Right.
I'm like,
So how the fuck does that work?
all right, so Volcano Bay, you have to have a mask when you walk through the gate, but as soon as you get through the gate, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. And it's a water park. And it makes no sense at all.
No.
It's nonsensical. So I waited for a while before I got my first beer. I'm like, I'll wait till 1. I want to experience these rides. I don't want to be all weird on the rides, blah, blah. The park was dead. There's one ride, which is like a roller coaster style slide.
It's hybrid.
And that's the only one that ever had a wait. And all you do is tap your little wristwatch thing, and it puts you in line for it. So it's not that big of a deal. But yeah.
Wow, that's
The only time I had to have
crazy.
a mask is when I went to the bar, and there's one bar in the whole fucking the whole park. So I had to go because I didn't know. So I leave my area. I'm like, I'm gonna go find a beer.
He walks just like that when
Yeah,
he's
just
out
like this.
publicly. He looks just like this and sounds just like this. That's why I don't drink with him outside of the house anymore.
Florida man. So I'm walking, and I get up there, and one of the workers says, she's not going to serve you unless you have a mask, man. My area where I'm parked at, my shit is at, is very far
Oh
away.
yeah, no, it's like half a mile away.
Like, come on. He goes, just go to the concierge. They'll give you don't tell everybody, but they'll give you a disposable.
Don't tell everybody, but
yeah.
I'm gonna tell everybody.
So I go.
You don't have to, but I will.
I did. So I went and got the disposable, and I get back in line, and everybody that got behind me in line, I'm like, go to the concierge, get your disposable, or else she won't serve you. So everybody, instead of sitting there waiting in line like I did until I got to the very front, they went and got their masks. So,
Did a good deed. Yeah.
did a good
Yeah.
deed. From there on out, I just used the waitresses to grab my drinks,
That's
so
so
I didn't
crazy.
have to fucking worry about it, man.
So,
crazy.
man, I can't. It's just so fucking dumb. That you have to wear a mask to the entrance, and then after that, you can take it off.
Except to go to the bar. That makes no sense at all.
But
That's dumb as hell.
if I'm gonna get coronavirus this past week, I'm gonna get it. There's no damn. There's no. Here's the other thing though. Everything is covered in chlorine. I wore a pair of black underwear one time to this same park underneath a bathing suit. It was board shorts. So I'm like, my ball's flopping out. Something happens, blah, blah. I go down a slide. I lose my shorts. At least I still got underwear on. So I wore these black underwear. And that night, go back to the hotel, hang everything up and let it dry, wake up the next morning, they're fucking purple, all right? They're no longer black. So the amount of chlorine in the water at these parks, they do this on purpose because kids would pee in the fucking pool all the time. Not just kids. I knew a guy, a grown-ass man, who would pee in the pool all the fucking time. I'm like, dude, why are you peeing in the pool? The bathroom's right there. Because I feel like it. I guess I can't fucking swim with you.
I don't want to get out.
It's like, come on, man. Quit being a fucking
But
caveman.
it's like over there. And I'm already in the
It's
pool.
fucking stupid. But so I don't know if I had a greater chance of getting it there or my next stop, which was Universal, which is where things got really freaking weird.
I feel like you had a better chance at Universal.
Although the amount of cleaning crews that they had available that were cleaning this place, it was insane.
Good. That's good to hear.
Freaking insane.
That's a little reassuring, I guess.
The park was still dead. They're still losing money hand over fist. There's just no way, man. The amount
Just
of
staying open alone.
yeah, just staying open alone. Yeah.
When I was working at a restaurant over there in City Walk, if we had closed down for a day, it was a loss of $5,000
Wow.
just for one day of not opening up.
That's probably just for the electric bill and for
Yeah,
rent.
yeah. Just for utilities alone and rent, we lost $5,000. So
Not to mention
not
the food
including
that goes
Yeah, exactly that. So I can imagine what they're actually losing right now from customers. Well over $5,000. Well over.
Ridiculous
That's chump
amount.
change at Universal.
bad. Yeah, but still, man, it's not like an endless pot. You don't have endless amount of dollars if you're Universal to keep throwing away.
No,
So
they're not Disney.
yeah, well, yeah, Disney's huge. Yeah.
Which they haven't opened up either because they can afford not to right now. Universal can't afford to do that.
Well, I didn't know that Disney's not open yet.
Not till July.
That's right. Okay.
So, yeah.
Even we had to wear masks the whole time at Universal, no matter what. You can't take them off.
awful.
I'm like picking the mask up so I could take a drink of my beer when I got a beer. I ended up.
It's just counterproductic, man.
I ended up getting a fucking buzz, almost slightly drunk there, just because it was. I was just like, this fucking sucks. I got to make this better somehow. So there's a few times where the boys went and rode, man. And I'm just like, I'm gonna sit here.
Damn.
I'm just gonna sit here and drink my drink, man. Because if you're sitting still and you're in one particular location, you could say, I'm taking a break.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, man. I completely and totally understand if people are freaked out by this thing.
Yeah.
At the same time, the only way we're getting through this, people, my personal opinion, I'm not a doctor, is herd immunity. It takes 5 years at the minimum. They're fast tracking this one to come up with a vaccine.
That's crazy.
Here's the thing. That's a regular vaccine, right? Now, this thing has already mutated.
Oh, yeah.
So they're
times.
chasing this thing down. So even if the vaccine they make for the original strain, it's not going to work for the other 10 strains that have popped up behind it. So that's part of the problem, is finding a vaccine that actually cures all
tackles
of it.
the main component of the virus.
Correct. So here's the thing. If you're really thinking about it and you're putting your mind to it, do you really think that we're really going to have a vaccine by the end of this year, by the end of next year, by the end of the year after that? Probably not. What we need to all do is shelter old people, keep them in place, people who have underlying conditions, cancers.
Put your grandpa in place.
Yeah. Put that motherfucker in his chair. Bring him some pizza.
Sit your ass down, people.
Bring that motherfucker some pizza. He likes pizza too. Damn.
Anyway, sorry. I'm just funny.
Help your grandpa out. Get out there. But
buy his groceries.
Groceries.
I'll go to the store for him.
Here's the next thing, though. Every single thing that I did while I was on vacation was in the sun. There was nothing that I didn't do that wasn't outside in the elements and in the sun, and I did that purposefully.
We're on Florida, so it's kind of hard not to.
But still, heat supposedly doesn't prevent it, but slows the spread, and it actually kills it off fast. Yeah. So get outside, mow your grass, man. Get outside, do some gardening, do something outside. Get your vitamin D, and also supplement that vitamin D. You know, I started doing it recently, and I was making everybody that was with me take the vitamin D. Because, hey, it doesn't fucking hurt.
No.
Right? And at the very least, it'll make your skin look better. Come on, man. Who doesn't want to be more vibrant and bright?
I actually had no comment for that. I had no good joke for that.
I can't even see your face, dude. It's covered in fur.
Good.
Okay.
That's kind of the point. I want to look good from afar and then kind of trap you in as you get closer. And
as you get closer, you're like,
oh, look at him. Oh, fuck.
Shit, I'm here already.
So your Wolverine's retarded cousin, how are you doing?
I've never heard that.
I just came up with it just now.
And I keep laughing, which means it must be true.
It's okay, I can make fun of myself, man. It's all right.
I would never say anything bad about you like that.
On the podcast.
I do have a question for you. Did you eat at any restaurants in City Walk? And if so, how was that?
Yes, I ate at
Who said that? I'm just kidding.
What? I ate at Margaritaville.
Of course you did.
I love Margaritaville. I love their nachos. Their giant mountain of nachos is
Their
tremendous.
giant mountain of nachos.
It's tremendously amazing.
They're huge. The best in the country.
Huge. I can't even explain it. They're just remarkable.
I have a story about that as well, but I want you to explain these nachos real quick before I go into that. Not Trump.
Oh, so yeah, so we did Margaritaville. They did have a live one-man band out there on the patio. I sat on the patio. It was the first available, but it wasn't hot outside. It was kind of raining. It was in the evening hours, so it wasn't terrible. Let me see. Yeah, the only place I ate at City Walk was Nope, I ate at Hard Rock too.
Nice.
How was there like social distancing? Because I know like I used to work at a restaurant in City Walk, and I'm still like connected to some of the servers there, and the service steps now are way different.
Oh well, yeah.
Like, was it weird?
As of anywhere.
Well,
Was
yeah,
it weird?
but-
Yes, it was weird. When we walked into both locations, they offered us miniature Ziploc bags, like the disposable ones for sandwich bags, and so we could put our masks in the bag instead of putting our masks on the table and contaminating the table.
But they're gonna clean those tables anyways.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
I know. I'm just
They
poking,
guess-
I'm poking holes in there. Lodging not yours.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
or I mean, hey, if it doesn't get contaminated in the first place, if they miss a spot, then it doesn't matter.
Well, then they're shitty at cleaning tables.
I'm just saying.
It's a flat surface. You can't fuck that up.
I'm just trying to think
A
it through,
small 2x4 surface. You can't fuck that up.
man. But they give us the little baggies. We were sat 6 feet apart, so there was nobody
Right.
sitting behind us or in front of us.
Always table in between the tables.
And
That's
we were made
closed.
aware that while we were at the table, we didn't have to have the masks on, but as soon as we got up to use the restroom or look around, because Hard Rock's got lots of cool memorabilia on the walls,
Yeah.
you had to put your mask back on.
It just makes no fucking sense.
It's just weird. It's strange.
Bothers
It's
me.
too fucking hot to wear masks during the day. I won't be going back anytime soon. Not to Universal. At least not until it gets cooler.
Yeah.
At the very
it's too
least.
hot.
At the very least. Because I like to ride roller coasters, man. You know what? That's something else. I didn't see him doing a whole lot of cleaning of the roller coasters in between.
Ooh.
I didn't.
Ooh.
I didn't see it.
Ooh.
I didn't see it.
Well, because a lot of the, like, on the Rip Ride Rocket one, it's
you would.
ongoing, so you can't really just
Yeah,
stop
that's
that
very
and clean
true.
it. Because that
They're
one's on
all-
the
No, they
Oh,
can.
ongoing.
They really can because they do have a stop button. We did a few times when we rode the rocket ride, and they stopped at the base of the fucking uptake.
Yeah, that is true.
So they can stop it. It's a matter of they just don't want you to keep the fucking lines moving.
You got to keep the lines moving, man. Otherwise, you're going to have a 50-minute wait with 10 people on
So
line.
that makes everything else fucking pointless. It pisses me off because whatever.
I can see your dilemma. I can see your thought
It
process.
aggravates me, man. Like, okay, so Volcano Bay, you wore a mask inside. Yeah, you took it off when you got into the actual theme park. And so you go down a slide with all your body oils and skin flakes and everything else going down the slide. As you go down, it's all going down to a chlorinated pool at the bottom. That shit doesn't accumulate, doesn't just fucking float away or go away. You have all that shit still at the bottom of the fucking pool when you go down there or down the slide even. So you're just carrying the virus, if you do have it, everywhere you go. It doesn't matter if you wear it. It bothers me.
I do like your thought process, but do remember the highly chlorinated water. Nothing survives in that.
I'll just give that example. Yeah, I get that bleach does kind of counteract the bacteria.
Chlorine is more powerful than bleach.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, well, either way. So, okay, even Hulk or the Rip Ride Rocket, for example. Your skin oil and sweat and skin flakes are all in the back of that fucking seat. Not just you, but like
I totally understand.
20 guys before
Right.
you.
Right.
So, that face mask you wore, it's a false sense of security. That bothers me.
It's all false sense of security because
That's
those
what bothers
masks
me.
don't protect you from anything. Nothing at all. You're wearing these masks to make everyone else feel safe. Is it going to slow the spread? Possibly,
But
it's very minute.
And I'm all about taking that chance of possibility of slowing the spread. I'm fine with that. But when you try to enforce it in an area like a theme park, it makes no goddamn sense.
I really think that herd immunity is the only way that we defeat this thing. I really do. In order to keep our economy going, and maybe that's selfish of me, but I really think in order to keep our economy the way it's, instead of just like totally plummeting, do you want to see these places closed forever?
No, you're right.
I don't.
You are right.
Unless you want to see these places closed forever, you really have to loosen some restrictions. And if you want to go to these places, if they ask you to wear a mask, I don't want to see this place closed forever. That's why I went. I fucking love Universal, man. It's a great place to go. It's a great place to have fun. And I don't want to go every weekend, but at the same time, I'd like to go every 6 months. I'd like to go every 3 months if I want to.
Yeah.
But you can't keep closing shit down and leaving it closed. You can't close shit down and expect people to uphold these restrictions like this. What we need to do is have a little more common sense.
That's mainly what I'm getting at. Like, these restrictions are helpful, yes, but common sense is the main driving force behind anything.
I'll step off my soapbox here.
Me too.
You know,
I'm just getting pissed at my own thoughts.
I think the last little bit, I spent 3 days down there. One day was Volcano Bay. Second day was Universal. Went to both parks and rode all the roller coasters we wanted to ride. And then
Nice.
The third day my plan was to go pool hopping, but we started with the Hard Rock and
stay there?
just stayed there.
Hard Rock is the best one out of the 4 or 5 they have.
Oh God, it's so good.
By far. They had the best beer.
They don't bitch at you if
Did you
bring
get
a drink.
that Tropical Depression beer?
They didn't have it.
Aw.
That makes me really sad.
That's another thing that made me sad on the trip
That makes
is
me sad.
because we've been to all these places before, we know what we expect, right?
Yeah.
They had very limited selection, just like every other restaurant's going through right now.
We're hitting it right now at my restaurant.
Very limited selection of beers, limited selection on the menu. So that's something else that's a problem right now.
We're out of some of the 420 strain beers. We're out of some Angry Orchard. We just can't get them right now. No one's distributing it right now. It sucks.
Well,
We're hitting a low point for beer.
yeah. Hey, if you love beer like we do, enjoy it while you got it, and don't forget which ones you love. That way you can go back whenever this shit fucking like blows over, and you can remember which ones they were. Write them down if you can't, because like Tropical Depression, that was something that I didn't remember, but you did.
Yeah.
That was a great beer.
This is by far my favorite beer I've ever had in my entire life.
We'll go back there again.
We will eventually.
We'll go back there again, and we'll have it again.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hopefully, Hard Rock's a huge organization.
Mm-hmm.
Although I did see a lot of organizations that I thought were huge, that were retailers that are starting to close down, that are thinking about closing down because of it. You got TJ Maxx, you got fucking Pier 1 Imports, you got Home Goods. They're closing down.
That sucks.
There's so many big retail stores that are closing down right now, and you know why? Everybody's sitting at home shopping online.
Yeah, it's true. Very true.
Why keep a brick and mortar
And you could shop
store.
at all those websites too. TJ Maxx, Kohl's, all that shit.
I don't know if they're closing down just their brick and mortars and they're going to stay open online.
You know they are. They have to.
I don't know, man. I really don't.
Unless they truly don't give a shit, they're gonna have to.
Yeah. It was weird. Like I said, at the very last day, did the pool hop thing, I thought.
I did a pool. That was it. I did a pool.
We did a pool. I stayed at the Aventura Hotel.
Nice.
It was amazing. It
Nice.
was just
that's
like
a new one.
huge open window view. I'll show you some pictures later.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
I'll share some online. We took some during the evening and during the day. And they had a really good, like a fresh walk, like hibachi type thing that you ate right there. So I'm like, why go anywhere? Let's just eat here. Fuck it. I ate there for my last night. And that was it, man. That was the end of the night for me. Then we drove back the next day, went to the Tangier, or is it Tangier? I can't remember what it's called. It's like some sort of mall outside of St. Augustine.
Tangier. Yeah,
Tangier,
right,
yeah.
Right.
That was cool, but it was weird as well because they were only
I never shopped there.
They're like limiting. They like clickers, limiting the amount of people they would let in at a time. And when somebody would leave, they had a line and you could enter in some of the stores. So
That's
there's
weird.
that was
Man.
weird.
God, this
Yeah.
is so weird.
Yeah, but and I'm telling you all this, and I want to make sure everyone listening and watching knows this is what to expect if you
Yeah.
do leave.
And I don't mean to like mix a COVID-19 episode, but like I'm
It's
curious.
okay.
I'm curious now too because I haven't really experienced anything outside of what I've been doing normally, as far as just going to work goes. I have no idea what's going on at malls or theme parks or restaurants, really, for the most part, outside of my own.
Alan,
So this is interesting to me as well.
Alan, it's okay, man. A lot of people are in the same boat as you are.
Yeah.
They haven't gone out. They're just trying to live their day-to-day
Oh
lives.
yeah, man.
And without getting out, you would never know. But use this as a guide. You know, if you're going to go out there, just know, have a mask in your pocket. Be prepared to be laser thermal scanned, you know, for your temperature. I had a bracelet that I had to wear, and they took your temperature every single day at the Aventura hotel rather.
The restaurant I went to earlier today for Father's Day.
Father's Day!
Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, everybody!
I'm on
Happy
that.
Father's Day, Mike.
Thank you,
You're
daughter.
Mike, daughter. The restaurant I went to today, they did say on the signs outside saying that they required face masks, but we didn't have one, and no one else had one besides the servers in the restaurant. So I think it's just more of just like putting up a front at this point. To me,
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that too. But like, I'm not gonna go to my car and grab a mask. I don't have one in my car.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant right up the road here. I think I've mentioned them in other podcasts, Gators Dockside.
Yeah.
It is one of the only restaurants they just don't give a fuck. And I'm telling you, man,
They'll get hit eventually with OSHA violations, I'm sure.
they've already fucking levied fines against them for one of the waitresses said. They say they still don't give a fuck.
Dude, good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I like going there because I feel normal when I go there, and normalcy is part of life. You want to feel normal, the way you don't feel like you're some sort of troll. You know what I mean?
Normalcy's now a delicacy. That's just
What?
fuck, man.
Delicacy.
He's so deep.
Wow.
Yeah, but yeah.
No, dude. Let's focus off the COVID-19 shit. I got interested because I haven't heard this shit yet, so it was cool to hear, I guess, for me.
It's okay. Here's the thing. It's relevant right now. It's still something that's going. It's not going to end anytime soon with the way we're dealing with it. The way we're dealing with it, it's not going to end anytime soon. We're going to have more cases. We're going to have more deaths. The only way for us to get past it is to just get out there and socialize with people. As long as, I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not a doctor, so don't take any of my words to heart as what a doctor would tell you. But in my personal opinion, if you have no underlying conditions, you're healthy, get out there, take your vitamins, get out there, socialize, feel normal.
Yeah.
We all live a finite existence. Every day is a gift. It really is. It really is.
It really is.
Because you have more chances of dying in a car accident than you do dying of COVID-19.
I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not going to say it's not. I'm not going to say it is.
Statistically, it's true.
All right. I'll take your word for it. You know, again, I'm not going to say personally it's true because I don't know.
I've read statistics. The statistics are you are more likely to get hit by lightning than you are to die of COVID-19 if you're under the age of 30.
I'll take your word for it, man.
I read it.
One last thing on the COVID-19. I don't know if you saw yesterday or not, but apparently Trump, he called it the Kung flu.
I love it.
I love the joke itself, but I think it was very dumb that our president said that. But the joke itself was fucking hilarious. Like calling it the Kung flu is just goddamn hilarious to me. It's just so fucking funny, but very dumb that he said that.
This fucking president of ours is such an ass clown. I'm telling you.
It's the Kung flu.
We were
I
just
can't do
scrolling
Trump,
through
but, like-
YouTube too, and we saw it up there. Like,
It's
what?
in a time where it
Kung
is
flu.
well, in a time where it is so fucking.
Sorry, it's so dumb, dude.
It's dumb.
Stupid.
It's dumb. But here's the thing: in a time where it is extremely bad to be racially insensitive with all the Black Lives Matter and with all the stuff going on, we have a president that says some stupid shit like that. It's time to vote this man out of the office.
So
It's time
stupid.
to get out there and vote,
Yeah.
and it's time to make sure. I mean, I don't even fucking care who it is, as long as it's not him.
Yeah.
At this point,
I care about
as long as
people.
I mean, as long as it's not a three-legged dog, Hillary Clinton.
Clinton or Biden, I don't care. As long as I have those two, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. If you do vote in, and we went from COVID-19 to politics, so I'm going to make this very brief.
Because they're the same thing at this point. It
is.
Sucks,
kind of
dude.
meshes together,
It
doesn't it?
sucks so hard.
Yeah.
Things suck right now.
So Joe Biden has never been a man of any conviction, or he doesn't stick to anything, basically. Is your cup empty?
Damn near. I was about to ask for it after you tell the story.
I'll tell you a quick little thing
Go ahead.
here.
Go ahead.
I'll make it short and sweet.
Just like mine, but not so sweet.
That's right, very short and long. Don't listen to that, Alexis. Sorry.
Wow. TMI.
Too much information. But Joe Biden doesn't stand for anything. So
No, he doesn't.
It just depends on who he gets as his vice president candidate. He's already said it's going to be a woman, which I'm down for. I'm down for a woman vice president.
Dude, I don't care.
I don't get
what sex.
Well, here's the thing. As long as it is a good vice presidential candidate,
Exactly.
I will vote for him. And I'll tell you why. Because this dude doesn't know who he is from day to day. Do you think he's going to be making any
Fuck
decisions?
no.
No, the vice president makes all the decisions
He's
at that
basically fucking full of dementia and Alzheimer's at this point.
point. George,
It's
George.
so wild.
Listen. The George W. Bush era. Who do you think was running the country? It was fucking Dick Cheney. All right, Dick Cheney ran this
Oh, we
fucking
already
shit.
knew that.
All right, there's movies out about it. If you want to do the research, do the fucking research. I promise you. So George W. Bush didn't fucking run the country. Dick Cheney did.
No.
So if we elect Biden this time, and he's got a strong woman candidate who actually is something you can get behind, she's gonna be running the country. He's gonna be fucking dead before 4 years is over anyway. If
Well,
not a
no.
stroke. Oh, the stress that this job gives people, normal people, unless they're Trump, who doesn't give a fuck about anything but himself.
It's true.
They all get gray hair. They all age so fast.
Toupees, whatever. You know.
He just needs to shave his head and grow a goatee. I think it'd be badass. Or beard.
I
Full
think
beard.
it worked for him too.
It would. It
Yeah,
really would.
I think it would.
If you can even grow it. Anyway,
Yeah, that's a good point.
so let's look out for who he elects to be or chooses to be his vice presidential candidate. Sorry, it took a while for me to spit that out, Marvel mouth. And figure out who you want to vote for. If you don't want to vote for each or any of these individuals, just make sure you get out there and vote for your local congressman.
Vote
They
for
actually
the
make the
laws.
difference. Vote for the amendments. Make sure you get out there and vote. I don't give a fuck if you vote for the president or not. I mean, it's kind of a wash at this point. They both fucking suck.
Everything sucks right now. It's
Everything
okay.
fucking sucks. COVID-19 sucks. Politics suck. Presidential candidates suck. Whatever, man.
Yeah, dude, everything sucks. I drink to that, but I don't have any more beer left, so I'm ready for that I-10.
What do you want? You want an I-10?
Dude, yeah.
Fuck you. Here.
I'll put it down today. I filmed I filmed new content today for my YouTube channel. I'm going in a whole different direction for my channel now. I'm doing more sketch comedy than I ever did before.
It's funny, I don't really see you as a comedian.
Me either.
Okay.
But here I am. I've always liked sketch comedy. I've wanted to delve into it a little bit, so I recorded a whole video today that I think is pretty promising. And I'm on this whole like retarded kick now. I keep saying retarded. I'm sorry. I use retarded as a way of saying stupid for myself, mostly. That's why I say it.
It's okay. You are retarded. You can use it. If you are, you can use it.
There we go.
See? There it is.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. Have fun with that beer.
It's a huge beer.
It's huge
It
beer.
goes so far.
It's bigger than my hands.
Look at the pour. It's great.
So great. It's magnificently awesome.
It's the best out of any country, including China.
Hey, by the way, I'm making fun of you, Trump, and fuck you, Trump.
Eat shit.
Yeah.
We don't take a political stance though, not at all.
Yeah. Listen. I'm gonna get back to the topics at hand. We're gonna steer clear of COVID-19 politics.
So aside from your vacation and politics, what else you got going on, man?
Today's Father's Day.
Fucking yeah, it is.
What'd you do?
I went and got brunch with my stepfather and my mom today. Where I got a very solid buzz on because my parents like to drink. And that's probably where I get it from.
No, don't blame them.
No, I don't blame them. I have a great time when I'm with them. We have an absolutely great time. I did a sake flight at the restaurant they had. I had a cucumber sake, a banana melon sake, a peach sake. Dude, it was really good.
Oh, where's my invite?
Eat shit.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
See where I'm at.
Yeah.
Future father-in-law, eat shit.
That's
okay.
All. That's all I want you to know. Eat shit. No one cares. So, anyways, my day was great. I had a good Chinese beer today. It was a Sing Sao. It was really good, man. I really enjoyed it. It's if you have the Kirin at any Japanese or any Chinese restaurant, then it's pretty close to that, but more apple-ish.
Okay.
And honey-ish. It's very good.
Kirin's not bad.
Kirin's really good.
I always get it when I go to any kind of Japanese restaurant.
Anytime I get sushi, man, I get a Kirin.
Because it's very main. It's kind of like a light beer.
It's the Yingling of Japan to me.
Okay. I see the correlation.
What did you do today, man? How'd your Father's Day go? What'd you do? You're a father. I'm not.
First of all, I did some research because I was curious as to where Father's Day actually came from.
Okay.
Because I'm like, what the fuck is this shit about? Because it always strikes me as a Hallmark holiday, like something that was made up to like drum up money for the economy.
I feel like it was like an afterthought for Mother's Day.
It actually was.
Oh shit! I was right. I had a whole joke about that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, Mother's Day actually was.
They're like, oh, let's get a thing going for the dads.
Yeah, it was a long time before. It's exactly what it was. It's exactly what it was.
That's fantastic.
They matter too. I guess.
Yeah. They're like, these dads. They matter too.
You used to know there's like some dad out there who was like, well, mothers get a Mother Day. Why can't I get a fucking day?
God, I hate those guys.
Happened.
I hate guys like that.
I hate guys like that too. Yeah,
but
that's how I see it happening. Though.
This is not how it happened. Father's Day facts is what I wrote down. It was founded in 1910 by Sonora Smart Dodd. Her dad was a Civil War veteran.
It was created by a female.
Yes, it was created by a female.
Interesting fact.
Correct, because she loved her father so much. The reason why she loved her father so much is because he was a single father of 6 children.
Jesus.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. But it really didn't take off till the 80s from what I keep
I-10.
reading. I-10's good. It's harsh.
Sorry, I started drinking it.
You're fine.
Really good, man.
You can interrupt anytime you want.
So here I was today. Go ahead.
But all I have here from what I wrote down is it really didn't take off until the 80s. So it took that long for it to actually take off. It wasn't signed into law until 1972. So it didn't get on your calendar and get signed into law until 1972.
Do you know how it got put into law?
It got put into law by Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon signed it into law because of the petitioning from all the outsiders. There was a lot of people that were behind it.
So, do you know what when Mother's Day got started?
I don't.
Okay.
I didn't do that far in the research. Today's Father's Day, bitch.
I was interested because I want to see how far after.
Why are you trying to make Mother's Day in this shit?
No, this is his day.
I'm a dog dad, so no. I was curious to see like how long after Mother's Day did Father's Day start.
I think it was 30 or 40 years.
Is that an actual guess, or were you just?
It's what I think I read.
Okay.
It was 30 to 40 years. I can't remember which one it is.
I mean,
but it was a long
good
time.
for women, I guess.
It was a long time. Well, mothers deserve all the credit. Guys just provide the economic stimulus, the support, the ass whoopings, the moral support. Because guess what, man? I can't birth a kid.
Like everything.
Yeah.
to me.
The women actually grow it and birth it.
I can't grow it. I can't birth it. I can't feed it.
Thank God for that. I'll cheers to that.
What? True.
Won't birth the baby.
I don't want to ever birth a baby.
So we have lower women viewership than most podcasts.
No, listen, I love you ladies, all you ladies.
Yeah.
All shapes, all sizes, and I love the fact that you
All
can create
shapes, all sizes.
That's right, and I love the fact that you can create life within your womb.
Amen.
That's right, and I also love the fact that your skin is so soft.
I like the way you buy those groceries and you
Hey,
store them correctly.
stop it.
What?
The fuck is wrong with you?
So many things. Where do you want to start? So when my dad... I'm just kidding.
Shut the fuck up. I love the way your skin is so soft and so smooth.
That's way worse. That's a worse serial killer than what I was saying.
Whatever, dude. That means I want to snuggle.
I don't think that's what that means. That sounds very... Your skin's so soft, I want to murder you. That's what I just heard.
It puts the lotion on the skin, and then it puts the lotion in the basket.
Oh, Rods against the hose again.
Rods against the hose again. Yes, you got it. You know it.
Of course I do.
Yes.
I'm a film buff.
Well,
Anyway, so
yeah.
Father's Day facts. Go ahead.
That's all I got. I'm tapped out.
Dude, I was looking forward to that.
I'm sorry. It was. I know it looked like so much more written on paper, right?
So,
You have like 2 whole pages.
I know, like you don't think you want to go like in serious depth.
There's so much other shit on here. I thought I just put some shit down that I thought might be interesting. Something else I saw that might be interesting.
Good.
Are you a DC fan?
You know it.
Yes, I do. Did you like Shazam?
I did. I really enjoyed Shazam. It was a very
Comical.
very balanced movie between Zack Snyder and Marvel Universe. It was very dark. It was very funny. It had a good balance.
Well, Black Adam is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of Shazam, when they're all sitting there on their thrones, you notice that there's a 7th throne that's empty.
Yeah.
That's Black Adam's throne. And a little bit of backstory on him. I did some research on it because I was curious because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is going to play Black Adam, which I am so cool with.
I'm not.
Why the fuck not? He looks like a superhero in real life, dude.
I know. I just hate every movie he's ever been in.
Yeah.
Come on,
Ever to exist.
You don't like Jumanji?
No, I didn't see.
I
I didn't
see
see his reboot. I just know I don't like him. I saw the trailers, and that was enough for me to not watch it because of him.
I love him. I think he's great.
Eat shit.
Do you ever watch WWE? WWF?
No,
If you smell The Rock is cooking.
I don't watch fake sports.
That was great back in the day.
I don't watch fake sports.
I watched it. I ain't gonna lie.
Don't lie.
Anyway, do you know any of the comic book lore of Black Adam?
Yeah.
So what I read was, because I never read any of Black Adam stuff, and because I did like Shazam, my son liked Shazam, I was like, I got to learn a little bit. So evidently he's 5,000 years old, right? He began as a slave, and he released the 7 deadly sins because of the simple fact that they would not bring his dead family back. So he's pissed off at him. And he's like, "Fuck these people." And evidently, how he comes to be in this is he comes back to reclaim his seat, and he hates all these kids.
He hates all the Egyptian kids.
Well, he hates all these kids that are sitting on the seats now of the council. So they clash. Eventually, in the comic books, they all coalesce and come together.
I don't interrupt you at all. This is more of like a quick tidbit. There was a scene in Injustice, the comic book, not the video game. There was a scene in the comic book where Shazam, the evil version of Shazam, got to Black Adam. I hate the way you look at me. But there's a scene in the comic book where Shazam got to Black Adam, and he convinced Black Adam to say his name, which is how he gets back to his normal form, which Black Adam hasn't said in, like you said, 5,000 years. He's never said his actual name in 5,000 years.
Okay.
And Shazam convinced him to say it by accident, by fault. And when he said his name, he transformed to this fucking old-ass, dirty fucking man. And then he eventually collapsed and died into a skeleton. Because that's how fucking old he is, man. It's crazy. His backstory is so goddamn crazy.
5,000 years old.
So he progressed from like 90 to 5,000 in a span of 30 seconds in the comic book. He disintegrated into dust when he transformed back into his actual being.
That's how he dies?
That's how he died in the Injustice comic book. It's a very different universe than the actual one that's going on currently.
It's so weird. It's like if you follow one string of comic books, one series, it ends eventually, but they pick back up and they take the same characters. That's how I never really understood, because I would follow one thing, I'd be like, this motherfucker's still alive?
Yeah.
What the fuck? So you read someone else's illustrations and someone else's comic books series, and you're like, all right, this is too much for me to fucking digest, man. So I dipped out of comic books at a young age because I didn't understand, man. I didn't get it. I couldn't see that you can have different iterations of characters.
So basically, the Marvel and DC way out of this problem is the multiverse. in both franchises.
Yeah.
It sucks. It's a cheap way out, the shitty way out, but it does work. There's the multiverse where you have this version of this guy on this universe, fucking universe 1 or whatever, 2 to 3 to 52 in the DC universe, but it's a cheap way out of writing different stories. This is canon because this guy on this universe is doing this.
I agree. It's a cheap way out, but at the same time, it's
still fun.
It's still fun.
Oh
man.
yeah.
And I didn't understand. Maybe because I was so narrow-minded as a child that I couldn't see out of the Hulk's origin story, the Spider-Man's origin story, the Fantastic Four's origin story.
Yeah.
Because those origin stories, and when it ended, it was like, all right, that's the end of it. And all of a sudden it picks back up and there's something else. I'm like, what the fuck?
Because whole other universe.
But I didn't want it because I kept thinking of the other universe while I'm reading the new universe.
That's the problem,
and it's a real huge issue, man. It really is.
It's the problem and it's the solution at the same time.
That's how you reinvent.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting to see that this version of this character is doing something else than the previous version that you read of. It's interesting to see it happen. That's how I view it. I'm also pretty skeptic on most things. I'm a shitty person. No joke, that's just how I am.
I didn't say shit.
I just hate things.
What?
It's so hard to be happy. What?
What?
Mike was nodding his head yes. Not in the least. Not in the slightest. Not at all.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited for the DC film of Black Adam. I'm pretty sure it's going to involve Henry Cavill's Superman.
It is.
I hope so.
I did read that.
Pretty sure. Not 100% confident because Henry Cavill signed a contract recently saying he's going to be in 4 more DC movies, but not his own movies. They're going to be cameos. He signed up for 4 more cameos, pretty much.
Just like Ben Affleck is Batman to you, Henry Cavill is the newest Superman.
Oh, he's always going to be Superman.
God, his
Jesus.
Man of
He's
Steel
the perfect
is great.
fit.
It's perfect.
It's fantastic.
He is Superman.
They have superbly cast him in the role, and he knows it. That's the problem. He knows it.
Yeah.
He knows it. So does Ben Affleck. That's the reason why he doesn't want to be Batman anymore, because the money's not good enough. Which is weird.
That's not it.
Really?
He explained why he's not Batman anymore.
I'm curious. Tell me.
Because he was writing the Batman movie script, and as he was writing it, he began delving more into his previous depression. So he kept getting more depressed while he was writing it, drinking more and more. He saw how toxic he was becoming, and he ultimately decided to stop because he didn't like how he was getting during the writing process of the film.
He was writing it or reading it?
Writing, sorry.
So he helps in the writing process?
He was.
Mm.
He was writing the Batman movie for himself.
It's a dark character.
Exactly. So he was getting more depressed, and he was getting back to his alcoholic ways, and he didn't want to be that person anymore, so he just stopped because he saw how he was becoming. He already lost his wife, and he got his kids' custody, actually, in the divorce between Jennifer Gardner. So that's pretty cool. But he saw how he was becoming again. He's just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm becoming too depressed writing this character, so I'm going to stop. Becoming this character, I should say.
What do you think is his best movie as an actor? Because you like Ben Affleck. I know you do.
Dude, this is going to sound so stupid. I know.
No.
Oh my God. I think I know which one it is.
I'll tell you mine.
You know which one it is, but go ahead.
Dead Poets Society.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I
Interesting.
do love him in that movie,
Oh, yeah.
too.
He's great
I
in
love
that
that
movie.
movie.
Okay, so I feel less stupid now saying mine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. No, I feel better now saying mine. Chasing Amy.
Oh, wow.
Dude, he was fantastic in that fucking movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by that answer.
I bet you are.
I'm
There you are.
very surprised.
Why are
He
you
showed it
surprised?
to me.
I don't know.
I showed her that movie.
I think it was
Yeah,
this
he
very
showed it to me.
subpar movie.
I like it. I really like
That was
it.
a great movie, man. Mostly because I follow the
It's very fanboyish.
Kevin Smith universe.
Yeah, Kevin Smith.
I wouldn't call it fanboyish.
Kevin Smith is fanboy.
It was-
I love Kevin Smith. Don't get me wrong.
I thought it was very standalone, his universe of movies. Between Clerks and
Oh, I love Clerks.
Jay and Silent Bob. It's very standalone-ish.
good.
Yeah, they're in there, but it's like This is a standalone romantic comedy, which is the only rom-com I like.
Okay.
I hate a lot of rom-coms. I hate a lot of things.
I love a lot of things, and I love rom-coms, and I love a lot of like weird, campy things as well. I was born in the 80s. 80s is actually, I was born in the 70s. I grew up in the 80s, and 80s are very campy.
They are.
80s is very
even
campy.
In the horror movies, it was very campy.
Have you watched Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Come on, very campy.
I hate it
You
now.
hate Stranger Things?
I hate it now. Season 3 was terrible.
I don't even know if we can be friends anymore.
1 and 2 are phenomenal, dude. Like, I was hooked 1 and 2. 3 was just straight shit. They were just like...
I feel like you just stuck your thumb in
awful.
my asshole right now, and I feel very uncomfortable.
That's not what I heard you feel when you do that. Okay.
Stop it.
All right, so... ending this podcast.
Wait a minute, I got a couple more things, man. I was researching. I was researching a couple things, man.
We're hitting towards the end, but go ahead.
I know. But PlayStation 4 made 5 of their most popular games available for $5 for a limited time. So get online if you've got a PlayStation 4 and get this thing going. I think I wrote down Outlast is one of them. Onrush, Resident Evil, Sleeping Dogs, the Definitive Edition.
It's a good movie. That's a good game. I'm sorry. That's a good game. I play that.
Zombie Army Trilogy, man.
Please.
Also,
Sleeping Dogs, played it.
Also, GT Online offers triple rewards on parachute runs. So get on board, man. Here's the thing: we talk about a lot of games, talk a lot of gaming shit. So I just wanted to offer up something that I saw in case you missed it. Get online, get your rewards. Get online. Fucking $25 gets you the best fucking 5 games that PS4 has to offer, man. So I did want to get that out there.
No, it's cool, man. I'm glad you actually brought that up. That's pretty cool.
Why are you fucking laughing at me?
It was funny. I didn't see you. Me and Mike don't plan these things.
No, not at all.
We do our separate notes when we come together and just kind of bring it up as we go along. So it's interesting to hear Mike discuss things that I normally would talk about, like gaming. So that was funny. Sleeping Dogs, play that fucking game. I recommend. I want a sequel, so the more you play it, the more likely we are to get a sequel for it.
Right, for sure.
Yeah. What I was going to say was we're setting up a merch shop.
Oh, that's right. You were working on it today.
Right.
No, you were working on it today. I apologize for interrupting, man. Here's the thing.
That was a cool thing you did. Don't apologize.
No, I want to throw that out there, man, because I thought it was important.
We're
But
gonna throw it out there.
this is way more important, man. Tell me about fucking merch. I've been talking about it so many episodes. We're trying to get this thing going for y'all. And Alan's been working on it. I've run into a bunch of roadblocks because I don't know how to do this shit. So
I pull it up right now. You probably can't see it on YouTube. I'll throw it in the editing. Spread shop's where we're going to be at for a little bit. I'm working on the designs, the layout, logos that we're going to have on here. It's going to be up by this Wednesday, I promise. We're going to have merch. It's going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait to do it. We're going to have hats, t-shirts, bottles, dog handkerchiefs, whatever the fuck you can think of, we're going to have.
boom.
Buttons. I don't give a shit. We put your buttons on. Just fucking do it. Who cares?
Nobody buys fucking buttons. Don't buy fucking buttons.
I don't care what you buy. That's the cool part about it.
If you guys need a face mask, we might have one of those too.
One of those two.
We're gonna start with hats, t-shirts, face masks. Those are the 3 things we're thinking about starting. If you have suggestions, if you want something made, let us know.
On our Patreon, mostly. Which we have.
Yeah.
Sorry. I put a lot of work into that. I don't want to spread it out.
We suggested in the past any money we make at this little endeavor we're doing right now, we're going to pour back into the podcast.
We get a 10% profit off of Spreadshop. Any 10% we make off anything is going very much in the software we use and the product we use during our podcast and the overall quality of the podcast itself.
Yeah, none of this shit's cheap. We have to spend money to make money. We understand that. And I actually want you all all my friends, all my fellow listeners to actually wear something that's got our name on it. And it's not going to be too bad. It's not good because the normal price point for a T-shirt from a podcast company is $29.99. We're going to start $24.99. What do you think?
$5 cheaper than normal.
$5 cheaper than normal. It won't be too bad. The face mask
And we see 10% of that profit.
And you know what? We're going to run specials too. We'll figure out when we can
It'll
run those
all be on
specials.
the Instagram.
But we're gonna make it happen, man. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make this shit happen for y'all. I'm gonna have a hat on very soon. Al's gonna have it on very soon. I'm gonna have a fucking T-shirt on too.
He is. Sure. He's gonna have a T-shirt on. I'm gonna have one.
Or off.
We're gonna get flannel very short.
Whatever. Maybe I'll do a podcast without a shirt.
Please don't. Nobody wants to see that.
Anyway, thank you all to all of our listeners, all the people that have subscribed, all the people that are out there. We love you all. We hope you all are safe. We hope all of our friends are being safe and you're all healthy. Special shout out to my mother-in-law, Pam Cawthorn. Special shout out to...
Shout out to the boys of where I work at. Those guys do watch my podcast, and I really appreciate it. I get a lot of support, and I fucking love it. I won't say the name of the company unless I'm told I can, but I appreciate you guys listening and watching.
Thanks for listening, guys. I love the pizza. Every time I go there, I'm in awe of how you make the same exact pizza to my specifications.
Did you see me throwing it up over there?
I didn't watch.
Yeah,
I don't want to make you feel weird.
She told me too. She's like, I wanted to watch the pizza with me, and I was like, I did it. You didn't see.
Because I didn't want to be weird and stare at
Dude,
him the
I'm
whole
over
time.
here
I was the same way.
fucking throwing up and shit, and like all right, whatever.
Every
Anyway.
time I looked over, you weren't.
Anyway, Alexis, thank you for being in the podcast. Thanks
for
for being a
having
part of
me
the crew. We're gonna have more of a role for Alexis to play in the future. We're gonna. Hey, there she was.
Hey!
Right behind Adeline's belly.
God, need to work out. This is my nightmare.
Hey, guess what, man? We're rounding third base.
Are we drunk yet?
Let's bring it home. Not yet, but we're gonna get there.
God damn, we are.
We got plenty of beer left. We're gonna make this fucking happen. Magic 8 Ball. Will Allen get drunk? What Magic 8 Ball says is, better not tell you now. I mean, yes.
All right, so this has been Are We Drunk Yet? This has been your host, Alan.
It's been your host, Mike.
We're out.